Retake the Platform is the only unscored story mission that I'm going to do, because it is actually a little different, and in fact, when you go back to it after you've built up Mother Base quite a bit, it actually becomes harder because it uses your Mother Base, and since this is the introduction of the FOB thing, normally Mother Base is not hugely built up by the time that you get here, and you haven't even unlocked the first FOB yet. You probably only have one or two platforms, so it's very easy to do. However, my base is fully developed, so I have four R&D platforms, which makes the game scales to this. It adds more guys and things like that. But effectively, this is like an FOB infiltration or an FOB event. It's much easier though because these guys who are invading do not have my technology, so they're not using like battle dress or sniper rifles or anything like that. They just are standard MSF guys. They don't really have any protection against anything. However, FOBs are quite difficult. They're designed to be pretty difficult to sneak through. Just as a part of the multiplayer gameplay, they have a lot of weird angles, high vantage points, gaps to be seen through. So stealthing one is not necessarily easy, but it's not really hard either, especially at this level. Still, you'll notice that a lot of guards have noticed me. They don't spot me, but they do notice me. And that just kind of tends to happen. You can definitely get through this one kind of ghosting it, but it is a little more difficult. What I'm going to do here, though, is basically just trank them and leave. I'm not going to bother trying to get them out of the way or anything like that. They'll start a caution alert, but a caution alert's not a big deal. And it's easier to just kind of get through this as quickly as possible. Especially since I'm using a lower tier pistol and I didn't bother to customize it, so it doesn't have an infinite suppressor, so I will not have very many shots left. Then again, I don't have very much ammo anyway. The goal here is just to get through the first three platforms to the main platform. There's nothing of interest on any of the three platforms. There may appear to be, like there's containers and stuff like that, but remember, this is your base. So like there's a bunch of resource containers over there, but there would be no point in trying to steal them with a Fulton if you were doing that, because they're your resources. So you would just be stealing your own resources. You'd spend money on your Fulton to just take resources that you already own. So don't do that. That would be stupid. If you don't have very many platforms, it's entirely possible to snipe the target, the commander. He's on the top of the main R&D building. You can snipe him from wherever you start the mission. I have 4 platforms, so I don't know if that's an easy shot, or whether it's even a clear shot, but it is, I think, still possible with 4 platforms. You might want to use like the Serval or one of the anti-material rifles to kill him in one shot anywhere. But it does work, and it's kind of funny. Because this mission ends the instant you eliminate the commander. That means either extracting him or killing him. Just neutralizing him doesn't count. So as long as you can kill him, you don't have to worry about that. Now, there aren't a lot of cheesy ways to kill him because you can't use Mother Base support stuff, so like you can't call in an artillery strike on him or something. Now, the place I need to go is up a pipe that I just passed, but I got like 3 guys to notice me, so what I'm going to try and do is just kind of circle around a ways and see if I can get in after they've gone to investigate the other direction. Some guys above me as well. It's fine if they partial spot me, and I am wearing a metal and concrete camo. It happens to blend in with the color scheme of my Mother Base, but that doesn't actually matter. As long as it's any metal or concrete camo, you're good. So I could be wearing like bright pink or brick red, it doesn't matter. Everything, as far as I know, on an FOB or Mother Base counts as metal and concrete, so if you're going to use camo, that's the type to use, because there's no like greenery or rocks on an oil platform. For the most part, at this point I could be doing something to make this a little easier on myself, but I'm going to wait until I get a little higher up just to be sure. Basically what I'm going to do is get to a position where I know I'm within range of the enemy commander, and then I'm going to use the stun arm fully charged. Now, I could do this from much lower because as far as I know, the stun arm does not have any limit on its vertical range. So if I were to use it at the base of the platform, I think it would still strike the people at the top, but because I wanted to be absolutely certain that I got him, I'll do it that way. As you can see, we knocked out about, what is it, 6 people? We'll find out. Yeah, so it was a large number of people. It wasn't the whole platform. Possibly if I'd been in the middle of the platform at the bottom, I could have knocked out like 9 or 10 people. I don't know exactly how many guards there are on this section, but it could have been done, but I don't think it's really necessary. Now here I'm going the wrong way because I get lost easily on the R&D platform. This one is the nightmare of the targeting ones, just because it's so hard to find your way around. But as you can see, I can't actually go up there. I think that's the commander right there above me, but I can't get to him. I have to go back down and go up a different pipe. But right now I'm like getting confused. I know that's not the right pipe because I know where that goes, but now I have to go all the way back around and find the right pipe, which is this one. I haven't bothered with any hostages or anything. I think they are there, but as long as you finish the mission without an alert, you're fine. Okay, that's the commander right there.
Analysis. Take a good look at his face. We need to There he is. That guy's the target.
Now, what I'm going to do is go over here to the helipad. Because of the conditions of this mission, I can't actually call a helicopter. So I'm just going to take him to the helipad, pretend that I can call a helicopter, and then Fulton him out. I don't normally Fulton, but there's no way to really do this one without killing this guy, and I don't want to kill him. Even though there's no score for this, so you can kill him just fine. Well, there's no rank for this, you do still get scored. And it is even possible to get no traces on this if you hold up the commander and then Fulton him out. Because hold-ups don't count, and you can Fulton somebody who's conscious as long as they're held up.
You're going to extract him. Good thinking. We'll make him squeal till he's paid his due.
Attention, hostile force.
Once that's done, Control will kind of freeze up here in a second. Miller will tell everybody to stand down, and all the guys who are still conscious, they will put their guns down and surrender at this point.
You will not be fired upon.
But that's pretty much all there is to it. And you'll also get the service cross for anybody who got kidnapped. That just happens. You get that medal for your staff whenever they're kidnapped and rescued. It even counts if you didn't specifically rescue them, as long as they're still alive at the end of this one.
Boss.